We're going to call this series today, Faith Without Works is Dead. Faith without works is dead. Wow. Right? Wow. I'm the first one to tell you that it's not about what you do for God, and you're not going to go to heaven based off of what you do, because us as people will start trying to create some type of system that we're always going to one up somebody so we get the higher level in heaven, right? So it's not about what you're doing for God, but maybe what you're doing, period. Not what you're doing for God, but what you're doing in your life. What's your purpose? What's your meaning, right? But I want to challenge you guys. If you really believe in God and you really have faith, but do not take action, I'd have to question the level of faith that you have. Maybe we should call this series Another Level. Maybe we should call this series Another Level, because it's about to get real. Because I do believe there's different levels of faith, just like I believe there's different levels of praying. Let me explain it to you real quick. Different levels of praying, what do you mean? Yeah, if you're praying for somebody who's sick, ill, about to die, there's a whole different level of praying. Or maybe they just passed. There's a whole different level of praying compared to praying for a job, praying for a promotion, praying for something good to happen, praying to go on vacation. There's a different level of praying. There's a deep yearning of your soul when you're praying for somebody to be healed. But when it's a promotion or a job, we're praying. But how hard are we really praying? I heard of a missionary one time. They were kidnapped and taken into the jungle by some guerrillas for about 2 years. Her husband died a week before they were rescued. When she went home, she went to the fridge. She started to cry. One of her friends said, "Are you crying because you're just so happy to have food?" She said, "No, it's because how much I depended on God when I was in the jungle, how much I had to pray every day, the level I had to pray every single day, and I had to depend on God every single day." That's what she missed. That's why she was crying. There's different levels, right? Different levels of faith. Remember when I first started to learn about God and maybe seen a couple things or something started to happen, yeah, maybe I had faith, but what level was that at? I said the whole time I believed in God and I'm a Christian my whole life, right? But to what level? What level was my belief? The whole thing is I never even knew what I believed. I stopped at, I believe. That was it. I stopped at I believe. I never once questioned or asked what I believed. I didn't know what my faith was. My faith had to be tested. My faith had to be tested. God says, "Blessed are those who have not seen but believe." But me, I had to see to believe. I had to see to believe. So once again, we're going to call this, or maybe we should call this one Another Level. Hashtag that in the comments or in the chat. Go ahead and hashtag that. I heard a guy in one of our Christian men's groups, he mentioned that he read the Bible 4 times, prayed every day, goes to church a few times a week, and is struggling with his faith. Wow. God told me I had to comment on that. God said you have to comment on that. Because this guy has read the Bible 4 times, prays every day, multiple times, goes to church a few times a week, and struggles with his faith. Anybody in the house? God spoke to my heart and said, tell him his faith is dead because his works are dead. Wow, that threw me off. That hurt. Sometimes the things God tells me just throws me back. It's not what I expect. My expectations is this loving God who's going to come and tell me some good news that's going to make me feel all fluffy real quick. But sometimes he tells me some real stuff. What do you mean his faith is dead because his works are dead? Wow. He said, tell him to go pray for people, help people, and pray for healing. He'll see all the great things I could do. I'm going to say that again. Tell him to go pray for people, help people, and pray for healing. And he'll see all the great things I could do. I started thinking to myself, man, this guy's lacking faith. But what God just told me was his faith is dead because his works are dead. But then he said, tell him to go pray for people, help people, and pray for healing over people. And he will see the things I could do. Wow. You will see the things he could do. I doubted my whole life. I had faith, but the truth was, I had more doubt. I had more doubts. As I look back based on my experience, my doubt was fully activated based on my experience because my doubt was fully activated and my faith hadn't even been tested. My doubt had been tested. My doubt had been tested. My doubt had been tested, but my faith had never been tested. I believe our faith is activated through trust. The more you trust, the more you feel comfortable with doing it, right? The more we trust, the more comfortable we feel doing something. See, if we don't trust, we have a problem with doing certain things or believing certain things, right? As we learn how to trust God, our faith becomes bigger, bolder, and more complete. To the next level. Level it up. More complete. Small steps in a big direction is the gentle path of our God. Small steps in a big direction is the gentle path of our God. He's not asking you to do everything today. He's not asking you to get your full level up of faith today. He wants to build that relationship with you. Faith is not the destination, but the journey. It's not the overnight or the nonstop flight. It's a lifetime of relationship you build with God. It's the lifetime of relationship you build with God. So what has that been looking like lately? What has that lifetime of relationship been looking like? Because mine has only been maybe a year or two. The rest of it, yeah, I think is more doubt than faith. Definitely more doubt than faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The evidence of things not seen. How do you gain faith? That's with trust. How do you gain trust? That's with spending time and doing things with God. That's how it comes into play. With actions, works, or just doing things with Him. He said, pray for people. Do things for people. Pray for healing. And you will see all the great things I could do. If you're lacking faith today, I encourage you to go out and pray for somebody. Believe in healing. Believe in something great happening. Through you, yes, through you, and God using you, amen?